contacts, and entire pipeline, all illuminated in one place. See your weekly wins unfold and stay grounded with the tasks that matter most. And with real-time website activity, you'll know exactly when opportunity knocks. This is clarity. This is control. This is VoFlow. In the world of voiceover, talent matters, but direction changes everything. Introducing the VoFlow Smart Business Coach, your personal guide and motivator. It studies your trends, your habits, your wins, and the opportunities you didn't even know you were missing. Then it forecasts exactly what actions will move you closer to your goals, not someday, but now. Imagine opening your dashboard and seeing a clear path forward, who to follow up with, which leads are heating up, what tasks will create the biggest momentum today, and how close you are to the future you're building. No guesswork, no overwhelm, just simple, precise steps that show you how to grow with confidence. Because success isn't random, it's a pattern, and the VoFlow Smart Business Coach helps you see it, follow it, and own it. Your goals are closer than you think. Your roadmap is waiting. VoFlow, clarity, momentum, control. Never worry about where or how to find new voiceover clients again. VoFlow, your virtual marketing assistant, finds them for you using smart lead search technology. Search by keyword or industry and save time by using VoFlow verified emails that get delivered to the inbox that you want to reach. And with VoFlow's proprietary lead score, you can be confident you're always marketing to the right customers. VoFlow, clarity, momentum, control. Find, connect, and cultivate new client leads using VoFlow's Smart Lead Pipeline, powered by behavioral dynamic technology. More than a CRM that simply manages interactions with prospective customers, VoFlow is your marketing assistant. Easily and quickly find leads, and then let VoFlow automatically communicate with your prospect based on their behavior and how they interact with your communication and your VoFlow hosted website. When every email matters. Introducing the VoFlow Smart Email Writer. Your voice, your style, perfectly captured. It learns your tone, your rhythm, your personality. With one click, VoFlow analyzes your lead and crafts a personalized email in seconds. VoFlow gives you the power to write smarter, faster, and more authentically. VoFlow, your business amplified. In the world of voiceover, relationships are everything, but managing and cultivating those relationships, that's the hard part. Until now. Introducing VoFlow Smart Contacts, your new contact command center, where every conversation, every audition, every job is automatically connected to the right person. No logging, no spreadsheets, no "I'll update it later." It just happens. See the full history of any relationship in seconds. Email, auditions, bookings, and events. Your contacts stop feeling messy. Your follow-up gets sharper. Your business becomes clearer than ever. Leads, prospects, clients, organized exactly the way you work. You can even invoice directly from the VoFlow interface with a click of a single button. Easily track invoice payments, ensuring you get paid. Every social click, every form submission, every website interaction, captured automatically. This isn't just a CRM, it's the brain of your VO business. VoFlow, your relationships elevated. Good morning. Who moved my cheese? Sound familiar?
It's a reference to a book that was written a while back by Spencer Johnson, and the idea of cheese is that it's the things that we want in life or the way that we do things in life that at some point change, and we're required to change with it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Bill DeWeese. I am a 20-year voiceover veteran, and I've recorded over 10,000 paid voiceover projects. So I've been doing this for a while, and one of the things that I enjoy most is communicating and helping other voiceover talent. And over the past 20 years that I've been doing this, it's been quite a ride. Things change, things evolve, and a lot of people aren't able to make those maneuvers and pivots along the way. And I understand. I understand. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm of retirement age, and it doesn't get easier to make those changes. But there's some simple things that you can do, and there's some things that are happening. They're very exciting now, and I'm going to share those with you today. So I hope you'll hang around, and I hope you'll make this a part of your daily routine because it's a time of positivity. It's a time of encouragement. I share information, tips, tricks, strategies, things to help move you further down the road toward voiceover success. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, if you find it helpful, if you find any value at all, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And make sure that you share this information with your voiceover friends because my mission, and I think you would agree with me, let's help as many people as we can be successful in voiceover. And one of the ways that I do that is through my voiceover community. It's a free community. It's growing. We have some amazing people. I've put the URL up on the screen so that you can go and check it out. I hope you'll join us today. We have a weekly Q&A, which we'll be doing tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Central Time. But in the meantime, that's a place for us to continue the conversation. It's a great place to share information, to encourage each other. And much like these videos, the community is a place of, it's positive, it's encouraging, it's to give you accurate information to help move you again further down the road to voiceover success. So I hope you join me for that. Who moved my cheese? What got me thinking about that? Well, I think about it all the time, to be honest with you. But yesterday, in particular, I had a Zoom with one of our VoFlow members, somebody who uses the VoFlow platform, the software, and we were talking about her reason for starting to utilize this powerful marketing platform. And she has made about $600,000 through Fiverr, which has been her primary source of income in voiceover. And she was sharing with me how the flow of work has drastically dropped as of late, which has been the experience I know of my daughter Mallory, who has made a similar amount of money on Fiverr. It's been my experience and the experience of many that I talk with, but it's not just a specific platform. It's been happening across the board. I remember back early in voiceover, I really began to get a lot of benefit out of specifically the Voice 123 platform. And I would say even today, as I look back, the majority of my clients came through Voice 123. But what happens, as happens with so many software-related products, including online platforms, it's they're constantly in a state of flux and change. Like when they change Facebook, don't you hate that? When you think you got it figured out and things are working right, and then all of a sudden they make a change, and it's hard to find your friends anymore, or you're not seeing the same things that you were seeing before, and it just throws everything out of whack. And it's a whole thing to relearn that. So anytime that software changes, it can really, and it's an important part of our lives, it can have a big impact. Well, that happens in all areas of life. And there's some reasons that happens, and I think probably at the top of the list would be technology. Technology changes things, and thank goodness for that. Otherwise, we would all be running around with wooden clubs trying to, beat animals over the head for our evening meal. We would have no source of transportation except our own feet. We wouldn't have computers. We wouldn't have the homes we live in. We wouldn't have access to running water, indoor toilets. We wouldn't have any of this stuff if it wasn't for technology. So I am not anti-technology. I am not anti-progress by any means. But do I find progress frustrating when it comes to the things that I enjoy doing and I have my routine in place, and then all of a sudden somebody moves the cheese and I've got to relearn how I do it? Yeah, I hate it when that happens. but that's a part of life, and technology plays a big part of that. The economy. The economy, as I've always said, it ebbs and it flows and it affects the way that we do business. But the great thing about the economy, at least here in the US, is that it's always trending up. But that ride goes up and it goes down. Sometimes we see when budgets are fat and juicy and people are spending money, it makes business so much easier. When the economy is tough and money is tight, it makes it harder to do business. For those reasons and many others, the cheese is constantly moving, and that happens in our voiceover business. When we think we've got it figured out, and then it changes. And, many of you may be aware that I retired from voiceover coaching last year. I was gone for all of 2025. And at that point, I had done very well in voiceover, and my wife and I are financially in a really good position. And frankly, not only did I not need to coach, I didn't need to record voiceovers anymore, although I love to record. So I continue doing that, and I'm sure I'll continue doing that for a long time to come. But to be honest with you, it was a bit for a short period of time, it felt like a relief, because it was like, wow, I'm just tired. I am tired of trying to keep up. Have you ever felt that way before? Do you relate to what I'm saying? And sometimes we just want to break from it. And the easiest thing to do is just quit. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm done with this. I'll do anything else, but don't ask me to try this again, because I had it figured out and now things are changing. Well, I've got some good news for you. One of the things that I look at when I think about this concept of the cheese moving and things are changing, and is that principles always remain the same. Principles never change. There are some things that we know. We wake up in the morning, the sun rises, the sun sets in the evening. The seasons come, they go, and there are some things that we know are true, and principles, even more so than the sun rising and setting, which isn't a principle, it's a physical thing, and that could change, and so I'm sure it will at some point, hopefully in the very, very far future. But principles never change, so we can take great comfort in that, and that's what allows us to anchor ourselves and survive the rest of the crazy world that changes, because everything else, due to the reasons we talked about before, changes. When it comes to marketing, now if you sit and you think about marketing, what is the core principle of marketing? What is it that drives marketing? It's communication. Social media doesn't drive marketing. Technology doesn't drive marketing. These are methods. These are platforms. These are ways that we do what we do. But at the heart of marketing is the principle of communication. And when we connect with the right people and the right message, good things happen. That has always been, that will always be. That will never change. And so as I've thought back on, marketing as it relates to voiceover, and then, looking past principles onto strategies and methods and the way we do things, direct marketing is the one thing that hasn't changed. Now, the way we do it, the methods that we do it, certainly have changed. It used to be, if you wanted to a direct market, you did it by burning shoe leather. You went door to door, and that's been going on for hundreds of years. When the telephone came along, that was another way to do it. When the internet was born, that became another way to do it. Direct marketing, again, platforms come, platforms go. Technologies come, technologies go. But direct marketing, it's like termites. When the end of the world comes around, people will still be building successful businesses by using direct marketing and using what's at their disposal to do that. And that's what brought me back to do what I'm doing. I would not be doing this today. I would not be live streaming to you, or maybe you're watching this on a video on a social platform at another time than when I'm doing it at this very moment. But that's what brought me back. And I'm talking specifically of VoFlow.io. VoFlow.io is a technology, it's a platform that utilizes direct marketing at its core, but it leverages all of the latest technologies to make it simple to do, to take the fear out of it. And, why is it that people are afraid to direct market? they're afraid to do it because they don't like the no's. They're afraid to pick up the telephone. They're afraid to talk to somebody personally. The great thing about technology is it makes it simpler to do those kind of things. And the great thing about doing direct marketing, utilizing this technology, is it takes out the middleman. We don't have to worry about a platform like a Fiverr and by the way, I'm not anti-Fiverr. I'm not anti-voices. By the way, and there many of you, I'm sure, have figured out all the algorithms, and maybe you even enjoy keeping up on the cutting edge, and that's great. I think it's wonderful, and I would encourage, if it works, you keep using it. I would never encourage you to stop doing that. But my point is, these things come and these things go, or at least the way you utilize them comes and it goes. But with direct marketing, you take out the middleman so that you can communicate directly with clients, that you can build relationships directly with clients. You don't have a middleman that's stopping that from happening. People relate to people. And I want something where I can control the entire process. And VoFlow has reinvented the way that we do this. Is why I've partnered with my good friend Chris Cole, and together we are building this and creating this platform and trying to bring in as many people as we can to leverage this technology to grow their voiceover businesses. From reinventing the website, yes, we've reinvented the voiceover website and how it works so that it reaches the people that you need to reach. The way that you communicate, how you find those people, how you use the technology to stay in touch with those people, how you use technology to get paid. If you look at the business chain of events, VoFlow has reinvented how we do that. It makes it simple. It makes it so much easier than anything that I'm aware of right now. And I want to invite you to learn more by joining our community. Again, the community is absolutely free, and you can find it at school.com/VoFlow and learn more about the VoFlow platform while you're there. It's what excited me enough about VoiceOver to bring me back into the game to help other people do the same thing. And I hope you'll take a few minutes to learn more. If you haven't yet, check in on the live chat. Let's see what's going on this morning. I so appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you taking the time to check in. Just let me know your name, where you're watching or listening from this morning. Jason, how are you doing? In Kearney, Nebraska. John. Oh, man, John in Denver just reminded me today's St. Patrick's Day. You know what that means? Vicky's going to pinch me later today. Apparently, that's St. Patrick's Day tradition if you don't wear green. And it's happened to me on more than one occasion, as you can imagine. Dennis, how are you doing? Corey, what's up in Wisconsin? Did you guys get snow last night? I woke up here in the Chicago area, too. Everything's covered in white this morning. I cannot wait for spring to roll around. I am so ready for warm temperatures and sunshine. I can taste it. I can smell it. Hey, Sheila in Chicago, how are you doing? Cold, I would imagine. Hey, Jim in Memphis, thawing out. Celeste, how are you doing in Newark, Delaware? Jim says, chase that cheese. Sheila says, I just realized that I have the same cup. I use it for my tea. Cheers, Sheila. I love that. Rusty, taking a break from shoveling for my bill fix. Brr. Well, Rusty, I'm sorry that you've got to shovel snow, but I appreciate you being here today. All right, guys, again, thanks for being here. I invite you to join us. Again, learn more about what's happening, the latest in leveraging technology to get voiceover work. At the end of the day, we want to record voiceovers. That's why we're here. We enjoy it. Most of us want to, if it's not a full-time career for you, most of us want to make it a full-time career. That's what this is all about. So again, join the free community today, and I hope to see you there later. Have a